Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am on season 3, episode 4 of Vikings. Now everything is starting to get a little bit interesting. I'm not going to do a huge recap because I really do want to get into it and I'm kind of crunched for time. But basically what happened in the last episode, the main takeaway that I got from that was that Aslog, Siggy, and Helga are all having the same dream of this man with bleeding hands walking towards them in the snow, and as his blood drips, it's like steaming from the snow. So I thought that that was really interesting, and I hope that it's explained a little bit more in future episodes. Hopefully this episode will explain it a little bit more, like what the significance of that dream is. Lagertha was also having kind of like a related dream where she saw Athelstan with the bleeding hands also. So I thought that that was interesting that only the women are having the same dream. So I really don't know that, like, what that's gonna mean. Princess Quinthrift's brother is going back to the town to get reinforcements, so maybe there will be an upcoming battle between him and Ragnar's men and King Ecbert's men, for that matter, since they are aligned together, all of them plus King Ayla's men. King Ecbert has also taken a liking to Lagertha. I don't know if this liking is genuine or if he's just playing her, because as we've seen from the past, Ragnar's allies are not 100% loyal to him, so I don't really know what is on King Ecbert's mind. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. Oh, he's real? I thought he was a hallucination.
He's cut his hand badly and has asked for our help.
I am a wanderer. Sometimes people offer me hospitality and I sleep on a straw bed. But do not think that I offer nothing in return. I tell stories.
I understand your concerns, but as things stand, the Northmen, in the shape of Ragnar Lothbrok, are currently fighting beside us to help us gain the throne of Mercia, that huge kingdom for our puppet, Princess Quinthrift. Now, who among you would choose not to turf a few farmers off our land rather than gain, through this alliance, a greater part of England itself?
Take me with you. I must fight. You cannot fight. You are too weak. What are you talking about?
Damn, he is a fighter.
As you can see, you bastard, I am perfectly able to fight.
Oh man, I really hope he doesn't die. Again.
I brought some of my nobles to show them the progress you are making here. Our people, as much as yours, will benefit from a good harvest, and to help you prepare it, I've brought you something.
It's very nice of him. Too nice.
You and Athelstan are invited back to my villa whenever you choose to come. For now, I bid you farewell.
He's not going to be able to fight.
They're up there. Wait. I will go first.
Oh my god, no! around. Oh, it's him. Hell yeah.
It's Boga!
Good.
It's der Hellseeker! I want to tell you of the time that I went to Utgard.
You went to Utgard.
One giant, who I took to be the king, he sat alone in a chair at the end of the hall. He asked me if I had any skill, for he would not allow anyone to stay with him unless he was a master of his own craft or pastime. I told him that I could drink, and that I doubted whether
Siggy does not like him.
could drink his milk. He asked me if I wanted to try my hand at some other type of contest. I demanded that he let me wrestle with someone.
Who did you wrestle?
She was called Ellie. She was his old foster mother. She was a horrible old crone who came in harbling with a stick. He said it was a marvel that I had withstood her for so long, because Ellie is old age. And even if life is not cut short by the sword or by illness, no one can withstand old age in the end. I was Thor, the Thunder God! Oh, the pain is going away, Ivar. Oh, the pain is going away. I am taking your pain. No more pain. It's all going away. Are you getting very sleepy, Ivar? Good. You're good
Wow.
boy.
There is another place, a great city, which the Romans built, and it still stands to this day. It is a city called Paris.
I remember when I saw it for the first time. It was like a dream, as if it were not real.
It's wrong.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I wanted something to happen between you and me. Right there in the water, in front of them. I didn't care. It was wrong of me. I'm married. I have a child. I'm a Christian.
Nothing happened and you've done no wrong.
Torstein has died fighting for a hill he did not want to own. For something which meant nothing to him. He has died a pointless death. How many more of us must die for your Christians? Here we are, under an English sky, burying our dead. Those who we have sacrificed for Jesus Christ.
We're all fated to die on a certain day, yes? But it is our own choice to do as we please until that day comes. I did not force Torstein, or any of you to come for that matter. You all chose to be here. My heart is as heavy for Torstein as anyone's. But I'm sure that I will bump into him again soon. And in the meantime, Floki, shut your face.
It was my fault. I didn't protect her.
That is what the shield is for.
But she's with child.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And you let him come.
She will probably die.
With your child in her belly. And it will be your fault. Don't even look at you.
Ragnar, my ally. Bugger has something to say to you.
I did not mean to fight against you today. I am young. I was led by evil counselors. I beg your forgiveness, King Ragnar.
Oh my god.
I forgive you.
Our armies have defeated the Mercians. Thank God my son, Aethelwulf, is alive. And also King Ragnar. And your son.
Then we too thank the gods.
We are ready to sow the first crop.
And sacrifice to Frey to ensure its success. We should stay. And take part.
I agree. We will stay for the sacrifice.
My son! My poor son!
They must have drowned, for I can find no marks on their bodies.
How is this possible?
Freyja, Freyja semmes góð skinn Freyjar, við heitum. Tíminn nú!
My lord, this is sacrilege. Unless they renounce their false gods and heathen ways, we should not allow them to stay any longer.
Before he arrived, I dreamt of him. So did two other women, all of us the same dream. Two young boys died today. A fisherman caught them in his nets.
Yes, I know.
Might he not be connected to the deaths of these boys?
Why should he be?
We women, we dreamt that you were tied up, that you were bleeding, and you could neither move nor cry out. Nobody could help us.
It's true. No one can help you.
So I guess let's start off in the beginning of the episode. So the Wanderer, Harbard, came to Kattegat, and Helga, Aslog, and Siggy are all sitting by the fire, and they're kind of talking to him, and he's telling all of his stories. And Helga and Aslog are really, really into this story, but Siggy is the only one of the three that's kind of skeptical of this guy, and I'm kind of skeptical of him too. I mean, this random guy just comes in, he has these magical powers. Even at the end of this episode, the seer can't even foresee what role he's going to play. And that makes me kind of nervous, considering that they all three of the women also had a dream about the seer being tied up and he was bleeding and he was crying out for help or whatever. I always work under the assumption to not trust anybody unless they prove their trust. So I guess that also applies to King Egbert as well. Him and Lagertha are kind of developing this thing. He really wants to experience the culture that Lagertha has and Ragnar and all of his men have. So he's really trying to understand it, and he's trying to respect and comprehend their culture and their traditions and all that, because I think that he truly likes Lagertha. Egbert is seriously falling for her, it seems like. I think the dynamic over on Ragnar's side is going to be really interesting now that they have the brother, and the brother doesn't seem like he really knows what he's doing, Björgard. He doesn't really seem like he knows how to command these men and rule and whatever. He's kind of just following the advice of his advisors, and that's what he explained to Ragnar. Also, they keep teasing this Lady Judith and Athelstan relationship. I mean, she's really trying not to fall for Athelstan, but I think it's a little bit too late. She's been thinking about him, having dreams about him, and I don't know how Athelstan thinks about this whole thing. He was a monk, so I don't know if he's going to accept her advances. I mean, she's not really making any advances, actually, but she wants to. And Aethelwulf is not going to like that. I guess those are all my thoughts for this episode. I can't wait to watch episode 4. I think I said in the beginning of this episode that this was episode 4, but this is episode 3. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other Vikings reactions if you haven't already, and stay tuned for episode 4. Alright, bye guys.